very small room packed with terrorists. Led me towards a motorcycle that was waiting there 50 meters maybe ahead. And I took a run for it before I was stopped. And there I remember the rifle going off. I remember the second bullet piercing my left leg. And this bullet pierced my bone. And one of them took me from my shoulders. The other one took me from my legs, put me on a motorcycle between two other terrorists and covered my face with some bag.
You were held for nearly 500 days. Mm-hmm. Can you talk?
That's
There
it.
we go.
All right, welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Kiana.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image. Wait, hold on. Let me just run
No,
that
dude,
back.
go, Brandon.
Good morning. Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm brother John.
And this is Kiana.
And
say it how we say it, please.
Yes. And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That?
See That.
And we like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because
smart is
the new
gangster.
Baby.
And if you don't know,
now you know that it's Freestyle Friday.
Right.
It's Freestyle Friday. It's cold too.
It is, but
Yeah.
it's not as cold as it's been.
Yeah, but it's not as cold as it's gonna be, they said.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, but you got another statement. to
Okay,
make.
yes. The Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is an independently produced program. The views, opinions, and statements expressed by hosts, guests, or callers are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, positions, or policies of Carafesta Radio, 99 Jams, its ownership, management, affiliate, sponsors, or partners. Basically, we speaking for ourselves.
We always speak for ourselves, right?
We really do.
And you know what's really, really crazy? It's Freestyle
It's
Friday.
Freestyle Friday,
It
so
is
get ready,
freestyle. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Y'all channel Mr. Edmund. Maybe he might pop up.
Yeah. Just
Yes. Take a second. Channel him. I don't got no coffee this morning.
Okay. I hear that.
So if anybody out here, you know, and want to pull over somewhere,
Not
and break,
anybody.
not anybody.
Can't have anybody right now.
Yeah, never mind. You, you are 100.
Can't take
And I can't take at this point
anybody.
because let
Tip
me
was
tell you
good.
why I'm not taking no coffee from nobody. Don't bring me nothing.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
That's right.
You know why?
I'll be all right.
I will be all right.
That's right.
You
That's
know,
right.
I used to feel so comfortable.
Yeah.
And I just did this whole little speech about like, you know, like it's more good than bad. And
It's true.
I still
I
believe
stand on
that.
that. Yes,
I
I
stand
do.
on that.
Yeah.
And what I said is you lead with caution, but not fear. Right. And so I'm cautious.
Yeah.
At this
Not
point,
fearful, just cautious.
you know,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
will say is that like we have to be doing something really good
Yeah.
on the show.
Yeah.
Again, we want to thank all our fans,
Yeah.
all our listeners, everybody that actually tune in
Yeah.
and love what we do.
The supporters, everybody. Yeah. The people who send us stars, people who, you know, come in and say, hey, man, people who see you in the streets.
Who share.
Yeah.
And talk about like.
Yeah.
Now, I also like to say I like our confused fans.
Yes.
Which is our haters.
Yeah.
And it's so sad that you have to talk about your haters.
Yeah.
These are the people that's in the crevices that watch the show, listen to the show, never say anything, report on the show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then report, like, okay, as a journalist.
Yeah. Okay. Freestyle.
As a journalist
Yeah.
or anybody that's reporting on news, you need to check your facts.
Yes, that's important. Facts matter.
It does. And I will tell you, typically, because we made this statement because somebody or some people, anonymous people, are always lurching and always have something to say about the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, and I will say we are truly flattered.
Yes, I am. I appreciate that. Blessed are ye.
Right. But I will say that your fact checking sucks. Okay. It really sucks because we get told on, and we get reported, we get all this. And
they call the principal all the time. Yeah.
And let me tell y'all be so wrong.
But here's the thing, though. They don't know. The principal told us when we started, he said, the way I want y'all to do this show is I want people to be outside the door protesting. I want people to be calling y'all. And they doing that.
So he got his way.
So that means we're delivering on the product, right?
Right. So I just want to
keep on.
But I will say.
But when you're right, you're right. And when you're wrong, you're wrong.
Right. And so when you start reporting, just fact check.
Please and thank you.
Yeah, because like every time we get reported on, it is always my bad.
Yeah.
Or crickets afterwards, right?
Yeah.
And I will tell you,
good, go ahead.
It is getting a little aggravating.
Get your roll on.
Right. It is getting a little aggravating at this because one is we love what we do.
Yes, we do.
We come in here and this is really out the love of the city.
Yeah. That's right.
I want to stress the love of the city. We get up pretty early to come and dedicate our time to this program.
Good morning, sweetie.
Right. and we are team players.
Yeah.
Like we believe in the station.
Yeah.
So we're not trying to do anything.
Yeah.
That doesn't benefit this station.
I mean, and most of the things that we do, any relationship that we have, it's always mutually beneficial.
Yes, it is.
Right? Like we go into it looking for the win-win. I'll tell you this, when we were organizing, this is when I became a professional organizer, right? Because I was doing stuff for a while, but then I actually got my first professional organizing job. And shout out to Glenn Wren. Glenn Wren was our regional director for the state, and he was with SEIU. And we would be pitching ideas to him on what we wanted to do in the community. And what Glenn Wren told us, and this was 2016, I'm talking about February, March of 2016, when I come with all these ideas, all these opportunities for partnership, because, we was a part of everything, part of a lot of things. And that's why they hired me, because it was like, hey, man, you connected, you embedded in the community. Would you like to get a job doing organizing? I'm like, what? That's actually a job. They pay people to do this stuff. And they paid us pretty good at the time. And so I would pitch him these ideas, and what he would say when we had an idea on the board, what he trained us in, again, after Trump, fast forward after Trump won, he left and moved to Russia or somewhere. He left the country. But Glenn said, before we go into any partnership, I want y'all to ask, how can we meaningfully contribute to it?
Right.
Because we're not just going to go into partnerships just to say we're in partnership.
Right.
We want to be able to meaningfully contribute, and we want to make sure that it's mutually beneficial, because we owe that to our community.
Yes.
And when he said that, it was like, you're right. Like, we're not going to not contribute, but just to be explicit in it and really be able to tell him, because he was like, that's a great idea. Now you tell me, how are we as SEIU at the time, how are we going to meaningfully contribute? Right. And we took that. And from then on, everything that we've done, if we can't meaningfully contribute and make whatever we're doing and the people we're doing it with better, then we say, you know what?
It's not for us.
It's not for us. Because, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's what.
And I unite.
And then I think 2 years later, that's when we approached the radio station about being on to talk about Amendment 4. And again, how can this be meaningfully beneficial? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And here we are 8 years later, going on 8 years later, and we still here. And I think it's been a mutually beneficial relationship.
I do think it is. Yeah. And I think sometimes Miko say, and I don't have on my glasses today at all.
Bees don't waste time trying to convince the flies that honey is better than
ish.
Yeah. Thank you for that. because that is so true.
Mm-hmm.
So true, so true. Not them fly guys and fly girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the truth. Charlie Funk, good morning.
Mm-hmm.
Always happy to see you.
Yes, everybody.
I want to give a shout out to Charlie Funk.
Yes, and we said this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Charlie Funk.
Thank you for the stars, Carrie. Go ahead.
Charlie Funk, you've been so consistent with your support and the platform that you use to check in, YouTube. Because we didn't have a lot of people on YouTube, but Charlie Funk basically is like a trailblazer. So whatever you did, Charlie, whatever you did, because like we looking at them YouTube numbers now, and them YouTube numbers is like crazy from where they were.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't crazy in the YouTube universe, but for us and where they was,
right.
They're crazy from where they was.
And the fact that people are now looking for us on YouTube, and then we have like our confused fans over there, right?
They're the most confused. It seems like.
I realize, like,
I like the YouTube people.
I did say whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, that's true. YouTube.
They really
say whatever,
just
boy.
say whatever.
Yeah.
So I like the YouTube people.
Yeah.
Also, I want to give a shout out to these Black businesses.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Especially like these food trucks, the restaurants. Y'all winning.
Yeah.
No, really.
Yes.
Y'all winning.
Yes.
Tag a friend, tell a friend if they got like so. All right, I'll go anywhere. Well, yeah, I will. Like, okay, so like
you'll try them.
So listen, like I done been to down the street. I done been to IHOP. I go to Kissing Cousins, and these are pretty staples in the community. I will say, right? I go to Big Love, and big shout out to Big Love for breakfast, right? Or even McCall's.
Yeah.
And when you compare the price compared to like going to
these
a McDonald's or these corporations, you getting way more for the bang for your buck.
Yeah, you getting a whole plate that's heavy for a few dollars.
So like Love, if you're looking for, because I've been tearing him up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Over there Cooking with Love, breakfast started like $7, and I think it is like 10. Like shrimp and grits is $10 with eggs. You can't go nowhere and get shrimp grits and eggs
except for Big Love.
But except for Big Love, right?
Right.
Bacon eggs, you're looking at $7.
Yeah.
I gotta give a shout out to Heavy's.
Yeah, good eating too, right?
Yeah, good eating. Heavy's, McCall's, JTD's. It's so many. So if y'all know any, I just really wanted to say y'all winning out here because Heavy's have this $10 menu.
Okay.
For dinner.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know anything about it. Mr. Edmund put me on. I ain't even gonna lie. And
you know, Heaven's got it for the 10. Yeah.
Right. And, and literally, y'all, I will lie to you not. I was like in the parking lot about to go in the meat store.
Okay.
And I'm about to go and get some meat, figure out my meal and prepare. And then I realized it's a $10 menu.
Okay.
With a full meal. I had curry chicken with rice and 2 sides with cornbread for $10.
Oh yeah.
Yesterday I had.
Oh look, you back. Look, that wasn't yesterday. That was the day before yesterday.
That was the day before yesterday.
Okay.
So like,
So
I mean,
yesterday
honestly, so like the community is looking out. Like they keep on saying. So like people complain about the pricing or something like that. And I was having a talk, and some people complain about like what they get for $10. You get less at McDonald's.
Yeah.
For 14, like a meal.
Yeah, that's true.
So like with the corporation, so y'all go out there, explore, see what's out there, and report back to us.
The Black Money Movement, I believe there's a directory that's going to be coming soon, where you can actually find these businesses and know exactly where they are. But I want to give a shout out to the Black Money Movement as well for holding the line, man. I saw, and it's funny, I saw a post from somebody couple days ago, and they was like, you know, I'm low on gas, and they had a picture of snacks like, is it okay to go here now? And everybody in the comments like, no. So thank y'all like for just holding the line and understanding.
That was Project Youngin.
Yeah, Project Youngin.
And then he had to tell her, no, I went down the street. I got $3 just so I can make it.
I ain't do it. Yeah.
across town. So kudos to us. Like, you know
really
what I
holding
mean?
the line. I
In the
appreciate
community.
that.
So I just wanted to give a shout out.
And if you know a business that deserves a shout out, put them in the chat, or give us a call and just say, hey man, I want to get recognized and shout out to, you know, this business or that entrepreneur, that person who's doing their thing, because we definitely got to continue to make each other rich on purpose and keep these dollars circulating.
And if you want us continue talking about it, not only on this program, but throughout the rest of it, underwrite a show.
You can do that.
You know, you can call the station. You can underwrite and actually talk about your business, do commercials and things like that. So
yeah. And I also want to give a shout out and say special thanks to the St. Petersburg City Council HERS committee.
Okay.
So HERS is the Health, Energy, Resilience, and Sustainability Committee. And yesterday they actually voted to advance a resolution that will give $50,000 in support to the One Community Grocery Co-op. And that support is going to help further our pre-development activities, help us with like feasibility scan, business planning, site surveys and assessments. And so I just want to say thank you to the city council and thank you to everybody who has been supportive. Thank you to the member owners who actually went and showed up, those who have been talking to their council members and asking them to support. And then also a shout out to council member Brandy Gabbard, because she was listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club one morning and said, I heard y'all talking about the co-op. I have an idea. And that idea that she called me about, hearing us maybe about 9 months ago, the end product of that idea that she had was that resolution that resulted in that support. And so thank you, like really in real time for like making it happen, like going from an idea to action and a tangible mean of support. And so I want to say shout out to Councilmember Gabbard. Thank you, Councilmember Driscoll. We appreciate your support. What she did with the resolution, because one of the things that they kept asking us to do was go to the greenhouse and have the greenhouse, you know, give us some support. But with co-ops, the co-op business model is not very popular in Florida. And I think it may be only like 3 grocery co-ops in the state. And so the greenhouse had limited expertise with this model. So that's why we have to do this nationwide travel. That's why you hear us talking about going to Michigan and other places, because the model is so foreign to Florida businesses. And so the other part of what Councilmember Driscoll did was she actually asked the greenhouse to assign somebody to work with us so that they can learn more about the model. Because after we do the grocery store, there's limited equity housing co-ops. There's other types of co-ops where you can have the community participate, invest, and own. And we want to make sure that that expertise is available to our city as well. And so thank you for that. Thank you to Councilmember Givens for reintroducing it, bringing it back. Councilmember Floyd. So it was a unanimous vote yesterday.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate it. And now we got to talk to the rest of our council members. So the way that works is that was a committee. And now it's leaving committee and it'll be going to the full council. And now all of the council members will have to vote on it. And so,
and that's really good because it's been in a committee before, right? And we kind of talked about it. We didn't like, but what I will say is that after the small conversations, so that means that people were true to their word. They really were concerned about like different things. And I can definitely appreciate.
Because when we was riding, Councilmember Floyd,
we was.
But he had his questions. We was able to meet with him, get him his answers that he needed. And he said it yesterday as a part of the vote. He was like, yeah, we met, we talked, and I'm clear on it and I'm good. And he helped to
push it on through. So there we go. Kudos. Carla say somebody's coffee. Another business that she went to and she said
I saw that off of Prescott. I think I saw some pictures over there.
What? No, that's Morning Pour.
Okay.
Morning Pour. I think that is what it's called. That's another one. Shantavia.
Okay.
She has it. But this is how like innovative we are. Like we are, because to be honest, we're not in competition with each other. There's so many people here in St. Pete that like you can have multiple coffee shops. If you look at, you can have multiple clubs, you can have multiple restaurants, multiple lounges, because you can't service everybody.
That's right. That's right. And LA said he actually made it over there yesterday and got that chai. Huh? Thanks for the post. Yeah. And then Renee with Saturday Shops.
Yeah.
Like she's doing her thing. Got some stuff I want to say now. I don't know if it's too early to announce, but she got some good stuff cooking. And she's actually doing coffee at the President Barack Obama Library.
Yeah.
And so if you want to take a meeting, if you want to do something over that way, you can get some coffee. And you can
I think that's her son's business.
Yeah.
I think it's her son's
I was
business.
on a call with her yesterday and she was there working.
Because she clock in.
So like literally in between the call, like we having a meeting and in between the call, she's like, hold on, y'all. How may I help you? Thank you for coming in.
Okay, Prescott's is somebody's coffee. Okay.
Gotcha. And so so again, shout out to all of the entrepreneurs, those who are doing business in the city, and we appreciate it. And make sure that you tag them, tell a friend when you go, support, take a picture, post it. Like how you post your plate, post the location the way you pick that plate up too, and let's highlight each other businesses and really demonstrate that we support each other. That's the 2026 and beyond.
And we're a little late, so we got to pay some bills, right? Tag a friend, tell a friend. We just started cooking, so if you like what you heard, it's only probably going to get better.
Yeah, absolutely. We just warming up,
right? So, yeah, and we'll be back 7 minutes after the hour,
right here on 99 Jams.
We have a special report from Venezuela's oil heartland.
With the retrieval of the remains of the final Israeli hostage in Gaza earlier this week, there are hopes that the crucial Rafah crossing could be reopened to allow
Minnesota vowed to continue immigration operations, but said the strategy will shift.
we will conduct targeted enforcement operations. Targeted. What we've done for decades. We hit
They want it all.
They want it all, because just like that. Hold on.
They want it all.
They want it all. Okay, there we go. I can hear now.
Okay. All right. Just like that.
We're back.
Welcome back to the Tampa Bay.
We're back. We're back. Boom, boom, boom.
Hey, it's Freestyle Friday.
It is.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother, John.
And this is Kiana.
This program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka CDAT.
See that.
And we would like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
the new
gangster.
Baby.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Yes.
And one thing that you might not know, but you will find out.
Right
is
now.
that the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is an independently produced program. The views, opinions, and statements expressed by host, guest, or callers are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, positions, or policies of Carafesta Radio, 99 Jams, its ownership, management, affiliates, sponsors, or partners. That makes sure we cover everybody. Yeah. Nobody but us. It says ownership, management, affiliates, sponsors, or partners. That means nobody but us speaking for us this morning.
That's it.
Councilmember Gabbard, thank you for tapping in. We was giving you your flowers earlier.
It surely was.
Appreciate you. Thank you. And really, for those who might have missed the first hour, I'm just going to remind you, because I do see people coming in now. Shout out to Kurt Donnelly. I got a good, amazing Kurt Donnelly story too.
Okay.
A lot of them, but one of them in particular. But we were talking about how Councilmember Gabbard was listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club one morning, and we talked about the One Community Grocery Co-op. You know, we always talk, announcing it and big up in it. And she called and said, "Hey, I have an idea." And I don't know how many months ago that idea was, but it actually went beyond an idea and turned into what became a resolution for support. And so we actually are thankful for you and how you just flagged that and moved it through from an idea to an action, and was able to successfully pass a resolution for $50,000 in support to the One Community Grocery Co-op that is now advancing to the full council. But again, it started with a conversation that we were having on the radio. I mean, it didn't start there. This round started there because Councilmember Gabbard is like a day one with the co-op and really been rocking with us since the very beginning. And Councilmember Driscoll too. Like, we got some early New Deal for St. Pete pictures with Councilmember Driscoll when she was like, I think she was a candidate. That's when we met. I think we did a New Deal for St. Pete candidate forum. Okay. And she was a candidate for office. And then after the forum, she wanted to meet and learn more about the platform. And one of the things that really she gravitated towards was the One Community Grocery Co-op. And she's been rocking with us ever since then too.
I'm glad you said that, right? I just want to like this to be extremely clear.
Okay.
Also.
Okay, please. It's Freestyle Friday.
It is Freestyle Friday, and stuff is like kind of coming up. Like, this is an open platform for anybody to come on.
Oh, you still there? Come on. No. Some people have that.
No. I'm just saying about it really is an open.
You are welcome to come in.
Right, and all you have to do is ask.
Yeah, if you want to come on,
just say, "Hey,
I want to come on."
Come on.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And then we'll tell you what it takes for you to get on.
Right.
Yeah.
And I will tell you now with politics and everything that's coming up with for every politician or anybody that's running for office.
Yeah.
It's open. So we have to give it we have to send out the invitation to whoever you're running against, and they can decline or just throw that out there. But everybody's welcome to come on.
Yeah,
that's just
there's a way to do anything. There's a way to do anything. And so if you sitting there and you like, man, I'd love to come in and be on that platform with them. We got a seat. We got a couple seats.
Because we like to be informed about like your campaigns, what you're doing, what is your vision for like your district or whatever the case may be. Yeah. So please reach out to us.
So this is your invitation.
Yes.
Because if you're feeling like we didn't invite you, you're being invited now. This is your invitation.
Okay. There you go.
Okay. Appreciate that.
I just wanted to get
back to the business at hand. Again, it's just amazing, this run, right?
Right.
And when you have moments like what happened yesterday with the council, it's another one of those. I'm kind of glad that I chose the way that I chose, right? And really enjoying this private citizen with a public impact life, because I got colleagues who I work with, and when I left, they said, "Hey man, we got you." And so again, shout out to Councilmember Gabbard, because when I left, she said, "Hey man, I got you." And yesterday was a clear demonstration of the "Hey man, I got you." Councilmember Driscoll, same thing. I got you. Councilmember Floyd, I got you. I mean, we got to go through the process and do what we need to do. But I appreciate that. Hey, Councilmember Gibbons as well, because he was able to bring it back, get us a reconsideration after conversations. And so it just shows you, man, just keep the lines open.
It is. And like
keep the
I
lines
always
open.
say, it's like any good relationship. When it's bad, we discuss it, call it out. When it's good, we praise it, right? And the idea is to have a healthy working relationship where there is beneficial. It's beneficial for all parties. Yeah,
and then being clear that when you're taking care of the business, you're taking care of the business. And I always said this. I said, if we agree on everything, then somebody's not being honest.
This is true.
Right? Because you're not going to agree 100% on everything. And the ability to disagree but not become disagreeable is a sign of maturity. Because one of the things that I'm seeing too is there's a lot of intellectual immaturity in these political spaces, right?
It is.
We talk about pettiness, I guess. Is that
where you think that
it's like high school, like the high school stuff is what
it
I'm
is,
thinking.
and I don't like it. I will say that. And I know we're all human, and we do take stuff personal.
Yeah.
We do, and you should.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's some things that are personal,
but I have to go back to.
And then there's some things that are not.
Right. And I will say, when you're in a realm of leadership, I would say you don't have to be right. The situation has to be right.
Yeah.
And you really have to take out, like, I'm the leader, so it has to be like this, out of the conversation or out of your mind, because a lot of times it's not in the conversation, it's in your actions.
There you go.
Go ahead, caller. Introduce
it's Freestyle
yourself.
Friday, and we talking about intellectual immaturity in our leadership. What's going on? What's on your mind?
Well, Grand Rising, this is Coach D. And what I wanted to say was, and I put it in the chat below before I called.
Okay.
And there's something called the ARC triangle.
Oh, yeah.
If you have love for something, if you have love for something, then you can communicate and come up with resolutions.
Yeah.
And that's what I see amongst the three of you.
Wow.
You guys are an amazing ARC triangle, and I love to watch you communicate. You have different perspectives, and you bring variety, which was what makes your show so successful. You know, I big up you all the time.
I appreciate
it. Shared
Thank
you already. You guys do an amazing job, and you guys have shown me so much love. I just appreciate you. Well, I'm going to leak it right now.
Okay.
I will be coming to St. Pete.
All right. Welcome to the bird.
And I'm gonna do some things. I'm gonna do some reaching out. All of you guys that I've always, Carla, all of you guys, the youth farm, everything that I've always touched.
Yeah.
I'm bringing something else with me.
Absolutely. Well, looking forward to having you, Coach D, and thank you for all that you do. Thank you for the support that you give us, because you are, again, one of the most consistent. We appreciate it.
You are, and we appreciate it, because again, y'all are the reason why we get up.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm telling you.
No. Y'all do not understand.
It's tough. It can be tough. But yes, so the ARC triangle, it's funny that she mentioned that, because that's another one of those tools. Like, we actually apply that, and we're able to spot any out points. And so for those who are not familiar, it's affinity, reality, and communication. That's the ARC. And when you have affinity, which is basically a willingness to share space with somebody, right? Some call it love or whatever. But if you say I'm willing to share space, and then the reality is basically the things that you agree on. And you're not going to agree on everything. But if you use the C, communication, then you can get to a space where you'll be all right. And that keeps the affinity going. And so y'all do more research, dig it up. But the ARC triangle,
3 C's. Yeah, it's the 3 C's.
Yeah.
Communicate.
Okay.
Commit. And consideration.
That's what it is.
And you do that, walking in, giving somebody consideration, and thinking that people have the best intention, even though sometimes they don't.
Yeah, no, you start with that.
You know, and you communicate and you commit. So, like, back to the leadership.
Ms. Teresa, I'm with you. She said, I love being a private citizen with a community impact. Believe and do good.
It feels good.
It really do.
It does.
So go ahead.
But like, and my leader, like the people I'm looking for, is like, you don't have to necessarily like me.
Yeah.
Right. But if I bring you something good on the table, that's going to benefit the community. Now, you may not like how I move. You might not like what I say. But if you know that my intentions are pure, or you can see where the plan is at, like, you really need to take I like you out the. Especially for our leadership.
I want to give y'all another tool, right? Another one of these tools, because since we dropping them in this Freestyle Friday, here's a tool. When you in a situation, when you looking at all of the things that are required in order to get it done, right? You have categories of things. There are some things that you must have, right? And then there's some things that are nice to have. You follow what I'm saying? And liking me is not one of my must-haves.
No,
it's nice to have.
It is,
but it's not a must. Me liking you is nice to have, but it's not a must have.
Right.
Because I'm focusing on something bigger than both of us.
Right.
Right. And so if it's bigger than both of us, I don't have to like you. It's good if I do, and it's cool if we can get there.
Right.
But that's not one of my absolutes and requirements for me to operate and function. And I do reserve the right at all times to disagree with you on anything.
Right. Even if I like you.
Yeah. Yeah. And if I like you, I'm probably going to disagree more because I'm going to be in closer proximity. So I'm going to know more.
And I'm not, and I'm more confident that because I can tell you, like, if we have a real relationship or a real friendship, I'm probably more vocal.
Yeah.
Because I know the solid of the foundation.
Well, that's the C, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's the C. That's the communication, and the affinity is the A. Like if I'm sharing space with you consistently, then that means we're communicating,
right?
But what happened when you argue with somebody? You have a reality break, right? And when you have a reality break, the communication falls.
Yes.
And when the communication falls, your willingness to share space with that. I don't want to be around you. So now I'm going in the other room. Or I'm not picking up the phone. That's why that triangle is something that I'm glad you highlighted, Coach D, because it when you look at it in practice, it really works. And there's ways that you can reestablish the reality, reestablish the communication, and rebuild the affinity. Like we practice this stuff, you know what I mean? And we actually use these tools. We're not out here just doing stuff. And that's why we can spot it when it's out.
It really can. And I will tell you, I think misunderstanding about the three of us here is that there's not one policy that I 100% agree with.
Yeah.
And there's not one policy that like I honestly 100% disagree with.
Yeah.
Right? I think everybody brings in something good.
Yeah.
I can find something good in every. I'm not and so, like
no. You ought to hear. See, that's the thing. Like they don't hear our off-camera, conversations, right? And so, like, I ain't gonna even get into that details because we do have some stuff I want to talk about.
Okay.
But like there's things that we talk about where we really absolutely see the other side of it. Individuals, policies, positions, but it does not stop us from getting the work done. And when you go back and just check the record and you just look at what we've been able to accomplish as a team, man, I think we'll be all right.
We do, and we support all. Like we really, really do. So, like, I just think so. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. So one of the things that I did see. Let's see where to start. Just headlines. So the former Illinois sheriff, Sean Grayson, was sentenced to 20 years in prison for the July 24th killing of Sonia Massey. Sonia Massey was the woman who
I know it's not.
Yeah, okay.
But I mean, for the people who don't know, she was having a mental breakdown. She called. She said that she heard people outside. They came in. She told him that basically, I rebuke you.
Yeah.
And she got shot.
Yeah, basically.
In the like not.
Yeah, no, that was what it was. And so the incident happened in on July 6th. It was a verbal exchange where Massey apologized for a pot of boiling water that was on her stove. And she was going to, she called them.
Right.
The police came to her house because she called them. And then she had a pot of boiling water on the stove. She went to turn it off. The man shot her in the face. And fast forward, he's actually been found guilty. He was found guilty in October 2025, and he received the maximum sentence of 20 years, followed by 2 years of supervised probation. Here's the kicker. I think they said with credit for the time that he's already served since his arrest in 2024, he could potentially be released in 8.5 years. So he might not even do the whole bid, which is another one of them conversations. But yeah, at least in that case, it wasn't like a lot of these other cases where, it's justifiable and they get off.
Like in Jacksonville, when the officer punched in, they said that
I also saw that the Doge audit, and they got audited in air quotes, if that's what you want to call it. The Doge audit was released, and so the state officials released the findings from a report that was prepared by the Florida Department of Government Efficiency, which scrutinized the city of St. Pete spending. The report became a flashpoint in local and state fiscal debates, with the city's mayors calling the document not a true audit, while state leaders argue that it reveals wasteful practices.
All right, so I think two things can be true at the same time, right? But it's what you look at and see what's wasteful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what do you consider wasteful?
Right.
So I'm glad you said that. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No,
I got the list of what they say.
Okay, so let's go. Go with the.
I want to put it in so y'all can see it. So when you say what do you consider wasteful, this is what they consider wasteful spending.
Okay.
Salaries and positions were called out. Several roles were signaled out as examples of excessive spending, including $219,000 for a chief equity officer. Right? How do I want to tell this story? The role of chief equity officer. Again, I gotta give another shout out to Councilmember Gabbard. So when we were doing this MLK work, like remember 2018, some may not remember, but I actually had an experience with the police that got me engaged with the MLK organizer. That led to a series of conversations with our local elected officials, and from those conversations, we made some recommendations and proposals. The proposal that we made was to do an equity study, right? And we also the equity study, and we also proposed doing a quality of life commission. Yeah. Didn't get the commission, but we got the study, right? But we never dropped the idea of the commission. Fast forward, and I'm skipping a lot because I probably just do like I'm gonna start doing story time with Brother John. But as a part of that work, one of the proposals that we ended up with was having a person within the administration who was a chief equity officer. We actually talked about this on our training as well. We did an advocacy and city government training a couple weeks ago, and we actually put it on the charter. We were trying to get it in the charter where chief equity officer would be a position in the government that would be a constitutional role that would make sure that these policies were right. That didn't happen. It didn't pass. They voted for a black mayor, but didn't vote for equity to be in the charter. Right. Another conversation for another time. But when the mayor got in, he created the position of chief equity officer who would be responsible for making sure that all of the things that were identified in this structural racism study that showed you how the institutions and institutional practices have led to the conditions that we're facing can be addressed. He hired somebody to address it, and Doge calls that wasteful and excessive spending. Okay. All right. $102,000 for a cultural affairs director was another one. $123,000 for a community justice liaison was also lifted up as one of the things. And so the report highlights that the city added 355 employees between 2019 and 2025, and it alleges that most were bureaucratic, administrative, and not first responders. The report also criticizes DEI related initiatives and structures, asserting examples that the authors view as financial misappropriation. It also repeats claims about the city's contributions to pride events, including youth and family programming, which the report also frames controversially. So like, yeah.
Honestly, I'm kind of like blah 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 blah. Like I am, like when you look at it, like blah. So everything that's really helping the community, right? There are people complained about it. They said that they wanted this. Now they give it to it, and they say that there's wasteful spending.
And here's the other part.
Honestly, I will say before you say that, you coming doing the audit is wasteful spending.
Yeah. how they went about it. So here's the other piece that I saw that has people. Look, my daughter's in here. She said, I need a refund of them last 3 years of property taxes. Right. That property tax debate is definitely something that we got to continue to pay attention to. And we got to double click. I don't know if they did it yet, but I know there was a referral. Shout out to Council Member Mike Harding, who referred an item to committee to really look at the impact of cutting property taxes and what that would mean for the city. And so somebody, if it's been done, put it in the chat, just put done in the chat, and then we'll go get it and we'll find it. Because I want to see, right? Because they said, like, this is what they're proposing to do in the state. And if they do that, this is what the impact will be. And there's a lot of people who have that property tax bill, myself included, my daughter included. When you get that bill, you saying, man, if I didn't have to pay this bill, we'd be good. But then, you got to double click because the devil is in the details. And so that's what we want to do. Like on the surface, yes, it sounds great. But then when you start getting into it and you look at the trade-off of what you would be losing as it relates to community and services, what are we actually paying for when we pay those taxes? That's what we need to find out.
Right.
Because, if you had to trade that bill now for some child care expenses, right? If child care was impacted by that, how would you pay that one bill one time? Or would you want to pay a higher child care cost? Would you want to pay higher gas costs consistently? Right. Would you want, you know what I mean? Like what? Because they're going to have to get that money from somewhere else. And would you like to have a state income tax? Florida doesn't have a state income tax. You pay your federal income tax, but you don't pay state income taxes.
Right.
Well, if they get rid of property taxes, they're going to replace it with another tax.
Right. And you don't know what that tax look like.
Because they're not saying.
No, they're not.
And so that's what you got to ask them. And so, yes, I hear you. I feel you. But we got to make sure that we're definitely informed and not voting based on bullet points and rhetoric.
And honestly, what it looks like is everything that they complained about is things that making everybody feel included into the community that they live in.
Yeah.
So
how about that?
Yeah, so take your report and shove it up.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And then I saw that
now that's just my opinion.
Okay, the views expressed.
Somebody else may
the views expressed. It was something I was gonna say, but I lost it.
Sorry.
So no, it's all right. Another story, Olympian Sha'Carri Richardson was arrested in Florida. Guess what she was arrested for?
Speeding.
How crazy is that? How can you see a picture of Sha'Carri Richardson being arrested for speeding and not think that's funny? The gold and silver medalist at the 2024 Paris Olympics. She was arrested Thursday in Orange County, Florida, after deputies say, "Now this is just crazy though. It's not funny because you could really hurt somebody." Sha'Carri. She was driving 104 miles per hour on State Road 429 near Stone. Like, yeah, Sha'Carri, you can't be doing that. According to the Orange County Sheriff, Richardson was pulled over after being clocked at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour, tailgating other vehicles, and waving across lanes in what authorities call dangerous excessive speeding. She was booked on that charge and held on a $500 bond and then later released. But yeah, I just saw that and I was like, oh my God, how, Sha'Carri, slow down, girl. Like, you run fast on the track, but
and then
but you can't drive like that. You can't,
especially in Orlando.
Yeah, I don't know where that Stony Brook Road is, but
it's so much traffic in Orlando, I mean everywhere, especially I
don't know a road where you can actually go and do 100 miles an hour safely.
No,
I'm not convinced that that's the thing that you should be doing. But again, I saw
I saw it too.
I saw the picture and I just was like, I mean,
she's like she speed everywhere she go. But I mean, also also a lot of times realize her age. You know what I mean? Right. Like she's 25.
Yeah.
And I said, like, when you was 25, you just kind of taking these risks.
Oh, you're right. Because I remember I was 20 something, early 20s, and I was moving kind of fast. I got a couple speed tickets.
And this thing, she's 25, rich, with everything at her fingertips, and I don't know what her
Kiwi tag Peanut Xavier Bishop, tag him in this because he'll appreciate this story. Also tag your Uncle Elroy, so he can hear this. So speeding.
Yeah, like speeding.
The reason I wanted her to tag them because I remember we was riding down 22nd Avenue south.
People say I go over 100 all the time.
Okay, but live in the middle of nowhere. Okay, yeah, I've seen pictures from where you live, Kurt. Stay warm, my brother. Stay warm. But yeah, so I'm going down 22nd Avenue. We riding, doing what we do as teenagers. And I get pulled over for speeding. I pull up into my Uncle Tony's yard. His house was right there where the track is, where the Thurgood Marshall is now, across the street from Twin Brooks.
Okay.
They actually took his house to build that school. So I pull up in his yard And I'm like, man, they tripping, man. They pulling us over, you know, young, we black men. And they all looked at me. They was like, nah, Jay, you was hauling ass.
Like you be wrong.
but I'm like, man, we pulling me over. I ain't got no. I'm like, got a problem with the police. And they like, no, Jay, you was hauling it.
No, and
you was flying. And I'm like, okay, all right.
And see, I have a good driving record, right? At this point in time. And I literally probably haven't had a ticket in probably like 20 years.
Yeah.
If not, you know. But I be seeing that people getting calls and they just be wanting to stunt.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I get it, because sometimes your music be on. Like I can see her not, like she probably in that jamming, and now she weaving through.
Oh, and if you got a good car, 100 don't feel like 100.
No, and it's a smooth ride.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
You don't even
like in some cars, you feel every bit of that 100.
You think it's about to come, like depending on what kind of car you got.
Yeah, you gonna feel it.
Yeah. Shaking it.
I had a car, it was like 45, and they go to shaking that tie in the front. But if you got a good car, and I'm sure she probably do,
right?
She probably didn't feel
it's like a smooth ride, and then the rest of the traffic is she's tailgating, and so the flow of the traffic was probably speeding as well.
Yeah.
So you know.
So yeah, slow down, y'all.
Be careful out there.
Be careful out there. Oh, I didn't write it. I thought I did, but this weather. Because you brought it back to me when I saw Kurt Donnelly and I saw you put your post in there. Mm-hmm. There's actually a chance of snow. Did you see that?
Some
chance of snow in Florida. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Okay, here we go.
Flurries, some flurries.
Some flurries.
Okay.
I don't know what a flurry is, but it basically says right now conditions are mild and above freezing with no expected snow in the regular forecast period. Temperatures will stay above freezing throughout the next week, and precipitation is mostly rain, not snow. However, they're talking about a very slim chance of seeing flurries of a mix of snow and rain late Saturday into early Sunday due to a rare Gulf effect setup. But this is far from like a sure thing, and most models still keep any snow probability very low. But just the fact that we talking about it might snow in Florida, what's on your mind?
I mean, I remember like back in like 80s,
mm-hmm.
and it did.
Yeah,
late 80s.
I remember in the 2010s. I remember I left my water hose on or something kind of way. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is what it was. You know, the snow was on the like the ice was on the car.
Yeah.
And then I did the thing with the water hose and left the water hose on because it was frozen.
Yeah.
And then I came back and my yard was full of water, but it was because it was so cold that I forgot that it was on because the doggone. But yeah, so it was cold enough.
Yeah.
But not snow.
Yeah, but I remember flurries like late 80s.
Okay.
I would say that. And one other time too. So I mean,
so hold on. I just thought about this. I saw some of the woke brothers was saying that the snow ain't snow. Did you see that?
No.
They were just saying that it wouldn't melt. Like it was almost like that ice cream, and like it was like
I'm not there.
I'm just telling you.
I'm just saying.
Y'all Google it. Do you? I mean, we speak for a broad audience in here. So
yeah,
if you've seen the reports that the snow ain't really snow, my sister.
I have my brother.
What it is something that they spraying and putting like the fog wasn't fog. Did you see that one when it was real foggy?
Okay, I can't not okay. You
come on.
It was foggy for no reason.
No reason at all.
For a long time.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of planes just going back. Now these are just like
again the views expressed, and these might be some what we would call a Mr. Edmund fact. So y'all go ahead and Google it, do your research, because you know we saying it, and there might be something behind it that we're not fully saying. Like we might not be saying it right, but it may be right.
Now I'm one of them people. I'm very weary when things start, like when stuff don't make sense to me. Like you know, like if you hear there's a lot of planes flying across, and I swear I saw a plane and some stuff was coming out of it.
Right, I'm with you on that.
And I'm just like, what are they spraying?
Yeah. What is that stuff that's coming out? What is that stuff that we seeing? So you like, you know, we in some times where, you know, there is research and documented, you know, policy around this, what they call a depopulation agenda.
And remember the time when they were telling us that they were spraying long 80s.
Yeah.
Go back, and they were telling us they were spraying for mosquitoes, and it killed all our live plants.
Yeah.
Our fruits.
Yeah.
And that was here, and I was alive during that time. I remember when they went and was spraying for the mosquitoes, and we still got
allegedly,
because the mosquitoes are still here.
That's right.
They didn't go nowhere.
Yeah. Tiff said, "See, I ain't crazy." She said, "In the early 2000s, there was some frost on the ground." I thought too. Yep, that's what I remember. It was like the 2000s, maybe 2010s or something like that. So yeah, y'all pay attention, stay woke. But yeah, and stay warm, because I think the weather's supposed to get bad Saturday.
Right.
And when it get bad Saturday, that's when it's gonna like bring in like this real cold weather. And also, if you got family and friends in other areas, make sure that you check on your peoples, make sure they are right.
So you know, I see these posts, and this is just a sidebar, because it just kind of about ICE, right?
Yeah.
And supporting ICE and not supporting ICE.
Okay.
And this is why if you are a criminal and you're doing something, I support, do what, like, get the criminal, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I hear you, but how they doing
that? But that's where I'm going. Like, you're
Yeah.
the way that they're looking for, like, people are going to work, minding their business. They're not doing crimes. They didn't steal nothing. They ain't doing that. You know?
Yeah, that's what I mean. So how do you define criminals? Because some of the biggest criminals are the one who's saying go get the criminals,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that whole situation. There's a lot that needs to be done to correct that.
Like,
because the way they're going about that,
I don't agree with it whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if somebody hit somebody and they was drinking and driving, hit them, jumped out the car, ran, lives was lost.
Yeah.
And
there's a due process. So in America, we used to have laws. I mean, there's laws on the books, and we know that historically these laws have not always applied equally to everybody, right? So that's clear. So even the fact that you have, you know, some of these folks on the news saying this is unprecedented. We've never had a time where they would just pull people over for no reason. Excuse me.
No,
you know, like we've never had a time where somebody was just, you know, randomly targeted because of the way that they look. Excuse me. So we know that these things that have happened, and our community has been saying, like, we got this problem with the police.
Yeah.
So now they've just empowered this secret police, basically, because they don't have to identify themselves. They covering up in masks and all of this stuff, and they going out. And so what it is just a 10x of what Black people were saying in the 90s when we came out with the song, "The police coming straight from the underground." A young got it bad because I'm brown.
Yeah.
Like, that was, we were saying that for a reason, and now they're seeing that 10x, and that don't make it right.
They don't, and I don't like it, and that's really kind of where I was going, because I see people that's, this is why I support it, and I'm like,
they call us criminals. Like, young Black men were criminals. Every young Black male was a criminal, and so now they're saying we're trying to get rid of criminals. That's what they said when they targeted us, because they couldn't call us the N-word, so they started calling us thugs,
right,
and criminals,
right.
And then when they started calling us thugs and criminals, that made it okay for them to just do us any kind of way. And now they're doing the same thing with illegal aliens, and that's a whole nother word and conversation,
because they see it.
But they did the same. They criminalized us, which justified the prison industrial complex. That's my Kurt Donnelly story. Just to get back to that, he's the one that brought us the book and said, "Hey, y'all need to read this." The book was called The New Jim Crow. And the New Jim Crow was highlighting the history of the criminal industrial complex. And it made everything that we experienced as children make sense, because before it was like, what is this? What was that? And you see the policies of how they made us criminals.
They do. I my whole point is I don't like it. You know what I mean? I can't rock with it. And back to there, like, I remember riding in Childs Park in one of my older cars, and I think they thought there was a guy, like I was, because they couldn't.
Yeah, you can't see. Yeah.
Right. And so they pulled me over, and when they realized I was a female, they stumbled, and they ended up letting me go.
Yeah.
But the reason why they stopped me was some stupid, like, Oh, you didn't turn your blinker on?
There was no reason.
There was no reason,
Yeah.
but they thought because, they're saying it's a high drug area and all this other stuff.
Now just imagine living there.
Right.
I mean, that like this is your daily activity. You know what I'm saying? And you experience this, and this is all the time. But again, when you think about the 13th Amendment, right? Slavery is illegal except as punishment for a crime.
Right.
Well, if you want to keep slavery going, what do? You make everybody criminals.
Yeah.
And so when they talk about Trump putting people back in slavery, like you have your idea of what slavery means. You don't realize that that's prison. You don't realize that that's being deported. So you don't think that it can happen. But when you hear them keep saying we're going to invest in money to deal with crime and criminals, you make that connection to slavery and how you justify it, and it might start to make a little bit of sense to you. But yeah, I ain't rocking with that. And they need to stop it. And then when they talk about secret police, I heard it on the radio coming this morning on 99 Jams. I listen to 99 Jams when I'm not on 99 Jams. And this morning's report, they were talking about, they used the word secret police. And it sent me immediately back to like 8th grade history class when they talked about Hitler and how I think the Gestapo was the secret police. And they were using them in the same way that now the Trump administration is using ICE. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like these parallels, man. We've been here before, and we gonna keep going. I saw again, it's Freestyle Friday, y'all. I hope y'all able to keep up. You're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. We're right here on 99 Jams, Carafesta Radio, and yeah, we talking that talk. So I saw a post by State Representative Angie Nixon.
Okay.
She's the representative, I think it's District 13 out of Duval in Jacksonville. And she was broadcasting live from the Florida House. And she said that they just approved a bill that would allow corporations to pay $7.25 an hour for 9 months, as long as the employee is being trained. Because we did all of that Fight for 15 advocacy, and this year in September the minimum wage will be $15 an hour. Shout out to us. You can go back and watch our history. Like, we helped to make that happen. It didn't happen the way we wanted it to happen.
Right,
but here we are in the future, and $15 an hour will be the minimum wage. Like, I do need to do some story time. But knowing that it's about to be $15 an hour as a minimum wage, they're actually saying, well, we can pay them less than minimum wage as long as it's for a training period. And they're saying that they can do that for 9. This is what the bill is saying. I got to get the bill number. We're going to start keeping up and start tracking this stuff for y'all so that we can actually make sure that we doing whatever we can do, whatever we can do. But yeah, they said, you can, as long as you say it's training. So if you come in and you work at a nuclear facility, this is what Rep Nixon was saying, as you know, you can be a nuclear physicist, but if you've been trained for 9 months, then they can pay you $7.25 an hour because, you know,
that's ridiculous.
That's what they're trying to do, y'all.
Hey, so again, you get basically free labor. Because like that's free labor.
Yeah, $7.25.
This free labor
for a whole hour.
That's free labor for almost a year.
I mean, $15 for a whole hour ain't a whole lot of money.
No, like, because if you break down like your paycheck, right?
Yeah.
And you look at it, and then let's say you buy shoes.
Yeah.
A pair of shoes is $100.
Yeah.
You know, a good pair.
Yeah. How many hours did you have to work to get them shoes? Let's keep it even simple. That meal from Heavy's, that cost you 45 minutes. You had to work 45 minutes
to pay $10
to get a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. What are we talking about here?
So imagine if you're making 7 something, you will have to make 2 hours
yeah, to get
your meal, to get a $10 meal. No, stop that.
So you can only get 20 meals in a week, right? If you working 40 hours at that rate. Ridiculous, crazy, but that's what we got, y'all. These are the people who are in office. And so when you talk about voting don't matter, like,
it does.
Yeah, these are the consequences.
And the reason why they want you to believe that it doesn't matter because they keep the power.
Yeah.
Right? Again.
Money and the power. Money and the power. Yeah, because that's what it is. It's all about those dollars. Now these corporations can basically say, hey, we're going to train everybody. And then Florida is a right to work state.
Yeah.
So they don't have to
Give you a reason.
Give you a reason why. When we say right to work, that don't mean that you entitled to a job. What right to work means is you have the right to work without being a part of a union.
Yes.
Because the union is what actually give you the protections where they have to come in and they can't just fire you and say, we're going to fire you, right? With no cause.
Right.
The union provides you those types of protections. But in Florida, you don't have to be in a union.
Right.
And when you're not in a union, you don't have as many protections because you're not a part of this collective bargaining process. But yeah, I learned that because I worked for a union.
Yeah.
Because I used to be like, this right to work. I mean, they supposed to give me a job. It was like, no, that ain't what that means.
It sound good.
But that's what they do.
Right.
Like property tax cuts.
Right.
Sound good. Yeah. But when you really flip it around and work on it, it's like, we cutting that. And we're going to cut the library. And we're going to cut your trash only going to get dumped once a week instead of twice a week. And we're going to
and then we're going to give you a double tax that you didn't pay. Right. But you're getting less bang for your buck. But don't worry about it. It's a good deal. Trust me.
Right. And then the people who
looking like Chucky.
Right. Trust me. And the people who benefit the most are probably people who don't even live in the state. Right. Because a lot of these properties are owned by out-of-state corporations and out-of-state individuals. And then there's more renters. It's like, so again, y'all do your research. Check that out.
And so a part of what they're saying is why they're saying rent is going up, property tax so high.
Yeah.
And I got to get insurance. So you cut the property tax. Are y'all going to then take the rent down for renters?
Come on now.
Are you gonna just increase your profit? Yeah.
And then the same thing with you mentioned insurance. Like that's another one of them big rackets, right? That's another part of the issue is when you have a mortgage, you got your principal, but then you got your taxes and insurance.
Yeah. Right? Go ahead, caller. Introduce yourself.
It's just me, Miss T. How y'all doing?
What's good? You, man. Hey, must be cooking if we got you be on the phone.
Yeah, it's cooking, but the property taxes is only for homesteaded properties. Okay. Now, the flip side of that is the reason why I think they're trying to eliminate the property taxes is not because they don't want the money, because they realize that it's going to be a lot of foreclosures and people ain't going to pay them property taxes. So where we going to get the money from?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of people ain't going to pay their mortgage. They're going to go in foreclosure with it. When they go in foreclosure, where do we get the money from if we anticipating that many foreclosures coming?
See, thank you for that.
That's another flip.
That's why we got, we got like people who know what's going on out here, and they keep us sharp.
Have you ever been to Detroit and look how abandoned it looks?
It's been a while since I've been there, but yeah. And when I went, that's another part of the thing. You go and you see it how abandoned it is. We was in an Uber. Okay, story time with Brother John. We was up there for Savior's Day. I want to say 2017. Me and my wife had a blast too that year. But we was in an Uber. I'm laughing because my wife don't do Ubers. Right? She's like, she be ready. We try anything. But anyway, we Ubering, and the Uber driver is saying, he telling us what this building used to be, what that building used to be. And then he started telling us about how people started investing when the market dropped. So again, the Black money movement, right? And these conversations that we're having, when these things happen, like, you know, when it happened here, there was houses for $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 at that time. But because of what they told us about our neighborhood, we was like, you crazy. That house ain't worth no $15,000. I ain't getting y'all no $30,000 for that house. No. That same house is $300,000 now. But because they make us think bad about our area because it's looking bad because of the lack of investment,
right?
We buy into, but then corporations say, what? And then you see news reports where they bought 70 houses at one time,
right?
100 houses at one time.
And then they redo them and all this other stuff. And now that same house that you was like, dang, I should have got it.
That same neighborhood that you was like, dang, it ain't safe here. You see people jogging through the street with no shirt on.
The lake that you
it's cold. You see somebody it's cold and they got no shirt on and they jogging.
You know where they from.
They not like us.
Not at all.
But it's because of what they told us about the area, but somebody else see it different. And so to UB's point, you know that it's about to be happening. So this is the time to be preparing ourselves as a community to say, okay, what opportunity is this going to present to us as well, and not look at the problem alone.
Yes.
Yeah. Good stuff. So I got a question here.
Okay, question.
What advice do you wish you would have listened to sooner? Put it in the chat. Let us know, y'all. What advice do you wish you would have listened to sooner? I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
And it just came up just in the moment because it's a lot, right? And most of it is what my daddy told me. He told me to keep my driving record straight. Don't mess up your driving license. But I just told you how I was rolling. And there was a lot of that going on at the time because he was a driver and he did a lot of stuff on the road. But that was one of the things that he told me was like, don't mess up your driver record. He told me about credit a little bit, but not a whole lot.
Yes.
But I didn't listen. And so those were like some nuggets that he dropped on me that I wish I would have listened to sooner and really paid attention to, because when I got older, I saw the impact of
what it was,
my driving record, how that impacted my car insurance when I did start getting insurance, because for a long time I just whatever,
right?
But when I started getting insurance because of that whatever, it was like, oh, you're a higher risk, and you live in this neighborhood, which puts you at a high, all of the stuff,
all the stuff,
you know what I mean?
And you black, and you man, so like it's like check,
yeah. But that
and
was
then
one
don't get a red car.
Oh. Real stuff. And so I wish I would have listened to that. That's some advice that I wish I would have listened to. Kirk say finish school.
I'm really.
So you listen to all the advice then?
No, I don't. No. I think no, I don't. Like I haven't. Like I think eventually, it's just I'm really trying to go back and say
go back and get it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I was good at credit, you know what I mean? And my credit done been up, it done been down.
Yeah.
It done did this roller coaster.
That's kind of how credit go.
It really done did this roller coaster. I wish I probably paid a little bit more attention when again it was
No, I'm gonna pause you because here's what I think is happening. The thing that you wish you would have listened to, even though you didn't listen, it worked out.
It does.
So that's if I know you, like it's something that you probably wish you would have listened to, but even though you didn't, it still worked out, and it ended up being all right.
Right, but what I would have did.
Am I right on that?
You're right. But what happens is, I think I would have took shorter routes.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But then when I think about it too, I like some of the scenic read. Yeah. Like this long because it then like really kind of molded me to who I am, and then like like the pain that you go through, if you don't experience it, then how do you appreciate the sweetness and the goodness of what so I think if I would have if I could flip that question, like my younger self.
Okay, yeah.
If I would tell my younger self, like, that it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, believe in yourself. Like, believe me, your dreams are not out of reach.
Okay.
And anybody who told you they were, ignore them.
Yeah.
Because I think that listening to the doubters that made me question and make me hesitate when I know I should have jumped. Because I'm gonna jump.
Okay.
It's just when I jump.
So it ain't advice that you wish you would have listened to. It's advice you wish you wouldn't have listened to.
Yeah. Me.
Like I shouldn't have taken that advice.
Like or something like that. Or like, and if I was gonna like bruise, I'd rather like bump, bruise, and then have the story and then hop back up and then eventually made it across that.
Yeah. No, I hear that. Mr. Teresa, thank you for that. And thank you, Q. Mr. Teresa said, don't pull your Social Security until you're 70 years old.
Okay.
Because you'll get the maximum payout.
All right.
That was one of the things that she said as well.
Okay.
Tiffany said to focus more on saving. Yep. That's another one. And then Miss Teresa again says, you're correct. I did an early withdrawal thinking that I might not live until 70. God, dog. And you, how, Miss Teresa? Because me and my wife, we marvel at the energy that you have at 70 plus. But I get it because I didn't think that I'd live to be 50.
Yeah.
And I'm about to be 50.
Yeah.
About to be, God willing, if I can make it a couple more months, man.
Yeah. So but there's things
yeah.
that,
But I never imagined. Like my number was 24. That was as far as I can see.
Really?
Growing up, I was 24. That was my number. Like I wanted to live longer, but I couldn't see any further than 24. And the reason 24 was the number because that was the year 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
because I grew up like in the year 2000. I'm gonna be 24, and that was my ceiling. I didn't see 30. I didn't see 40. God forbid 50. Like I never imagined what life would be like at 50.
And see, I've always when you're younger, you think it's older, but I never thought like I wasn't gonna make it to this age.
Yeah.
Like I never thought that I'm never gonna be. But that's a lot of stories for Black males.
Yeah.
I hear like they're
so
like,
you're trying to get it all.
You know how many people said that I wouldn't, but what I have realized through this is that even in war, and like your darkest moment, like guns are blazing, fires and all that other stuff. But once the dust settles, the grass start to grow again.
Yeah.
And so there's always life that is going. And then again, it's how you water it.
Yeah, look at the time.
Oh.
Wow. Look at what time it is.
Wow.
So listen, y'all, it's Freestyle Friday. It's a lot of things that are happening. We talked about them earlier in the week. So you got STEM Saturday tomorrow. You got the Real Youth Alliance tomorrow. You got Mo and Sam doing the No Place Like Home. Y'all can actually check that out. So it's a lot of great activities. Make sure that you stay safe, stay warm. Stay connected. Final thoughts.
Yeah, be that change you want to be and see. Write down those 5 things. Y'all already know why. Bundle up because it's supposed to be and if you're in the house,
you heard that, Sean? We got to bundle up.
No, but because we got to create some memories.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be in the house and you can't go out there, do something that you spark some stuff out there with family.
Sean, we gotta listen. It's gonna be a great day.
Stay tuned for Sister Hughes.
Make you lose your shoes and shout all around the house. This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Kiana.
And we out.
Bing, bing.